Hi, welcome. My name is Mrs. Overish, and I'm so happy you're here today. We're going to be talking about shapes, and we're going to be talking about shapes that have 4 sides today. Do you see shapes with 4 sides? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I see that all of these shapes have 4 sides. A shape with 4 sides is a square. Today we're going to practice sorting squares, we're going to practice drawing squares, and we're even going to practice creating squares with things that we have at home. Let's get started. Right here we have so many different types of shapes. They're different colors, they're different sizes. Today we're going to sort shapes into 2 groups. One group is going to be squares, and the other group is going to be not squares. How can we tell the difference between squares and not squares? Remember, squares have 4 sides. So on our square sorting group, we're going to only have shapes with 4 sides. In our not square group, we're going to have shapes with different amounts of sides. Some with less than 4. Yep, okay, hold on. I might start that over.
Just letters.
Just let me do it again. I got this.
Because I know how to cut all that.
Okay. All right, here we go. Right here we have a bunch of different types of shapes. We have different colors and different sizes. We notice that some shapes have different sides than one another. We're going to put our shapes into 2 groups today, a square group and a not square group. How can we tell whether a shape is a square? A square has 4 sides. So in our square group, we're going to see shapes that have only 4 sides. In our not square group, we're going to have shapes that have different amounts of sides. Let's see if we can get started. Do you see a shape with 4 sides? I wonder if we see the same one. I see this big yellow square. Was this the shape you saw? It's the biggest one on the table. Let's see if it has 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. It does. So we're going to put this shape on our square side because squares have 4 sides. Can you find a shape that doesn't have 4 sides? I see this shape right here. I notice that this shape doesn't have any sides at all. Does anyone remember what we call a shape without any sides? A circle. We're going to move our circle to the not square side. Can you guys spot a blue square? I see 3 blue squares. Do you see 3 blue squares? I see this big one right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to go on the square side. Do you see the other 2 blue squares? I see this one right here. Let's count and see if it has 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. It sure does, so it's going to go to the square side. Do you see that last blue square? It's a little itty bitty square. It has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. All these squares are different shapes and different sizes, but they all have 4 sides, so they're all squares. Can you find a shape that doesn't have 4 sides? I see this one right here. Let's count to see how many sides it has. 1, 2, 3 sides. I'm gonna move it over here. What other shapes do you see that don't have 4 sides? I see this big one right here, and it has no sides. So I'm going to move it to the not square side. I see 3 blue shapes that are not squares. Do you see those 3 blue shapes? Here's one. This one only has 3, so it's going to go to the not square. This one also only has 3 sides, so it's going to go to the not square side. And this one has no sides at all, so it's going to go to the not square side. Let's see if we can pull out the rest of our squares. How many shapes do you see with 4 sides left? I see 5 shapes. Do you see 5 shapes with 4 sides? I see this orange one. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to go to the square side. Do you see the last 4 shapes that have 4 sides? I see the 2 red shapes and the 2 yellow shapes. They're all squares because they all have 4 sides. Let's make sure that the shapes that we have left should be on the not square side. I see this shape with no sides, so it's going to go to the not square side. I see this shape with 1, 2, 3 sides, so it's going to go to the not square side. And our last shape has 1, 2, 3 sides, so it's going to go to the not square side. Nice job! We were able to sort our shapes into squares and not squares. We can tell a shape is a square because of its 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can also tell a shape is a square because all the sides are the same length. So they're all the same. We can also tell because they have 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sometimes we call those points corners. All of our squares have 4 sides that are the same and 4 points or corners. Let's draw a square together. All you need for this activity is a piece of paper, a marker, a pencil, a crayon, whatever you have to draw with at home. Let's read our poem that's going to help us draw our square. A square is a special rectangle, and it has 4 equal sides. Make 4 straight lines that all connect. Then draw something fun inside. We see right here they drew a funny face inside their square. Find the squares, just look and see. A cracker, a fly swatter, and a sandwich. That's for me. So I see all these shapes have 4 equal sides with 4 points, so I know all of them are squares. Let's draw our square together. A square is a special rectangle and it has 4 equal sides. Make 4 straight lines that all connect. All right, so I'm going to make 4 straight lines that all connect. The trickiest part about drawing a square is making sure our lines are straight. And then we're going to draw something fun inside. I think I'm going to draw a silly face. Did you draw a silly face in your square? Let's try it one more time. Maybe make this one bigger. We draw 4 sides that are straight and all the same length, and they all connect to make a square, and then we can draw a silly face inside. How'd your squares turn out? We can also make squares at home with our different materials that we have. The different materials I found at home were straws and popsicle sticks. You could also do this with markers or crayons or even silverware, anything long and straight that are the same length. Let's see if I can make a square with my straws. They're the same size, they're the same length, so I'm able to build them together to make a square. It has 4 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it also has 4 points or corners, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see if I can make it with popsicle sticks. I have 4 blue popsicle sticks. Can I make a square? 1, 2, 3, 4. Our popsicle sticks made a square. I see it's a square because it has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, 1, 2, 3 corners, 4 corners, and they're all the same length. Can I do it with my 2 orange popsicle sticks? Uh-oh, I only have 2 sides. So this is not a square. I have to have 4 things that are the same length to be able to make a square. I hope you had fun today learning about drawing squares and creating them with things that you have around your home. I had so much fun learning with you today. My name is Mrs. Overish, and I'll see you next time. That was different than the one before, that's okay.